This is GamenRage back with another review. This game this time is, I've given it a bad review, but um, it's not just because it's not a totally a bad game. I played the demo and I've watched enough videos to that I think I have a good enough insight to give this review. What it is they give you the demo and it does play really well and there's a lot of good content to the game. Um, and and if I was really to be honest, my clear opinion about the idea of the game, I don't. I mean, as me, I don't really care for Resident Evil games because they make great, awesome looking games and stories. Usually, well, anyways, we'll come to that later. But it's the gameplay in the camera views and the stuff that destroy the game from day one when I owned the first Resident Evil 4. I loved the game when I was younger. I was a kid then. I played it, I guess 20s, whatever, if you want to call it a kid, young man. But I played it, and what I found was the key controls was the issue, and somewhat in the camera. And as they kept making games, they kept selling the same premises, it's the same idea, and make everybody buys them because they look good, and they are very awesome looking, detail, very awesome way they look and play some of the story. I mean, but the gameplay stuck to that, and then finally they start fixing them issues as far as the controls. They improved quite a bit, but that camera view still stuck with them in every game. They had one point or another where the camera view killed you over and over. If you turned just wrong, you were able to get killed because you didn't turn just right because of the camera view threw you off. And I guess when they made Resident Evil 2 remastered 2 and 3, they improved quite a bit on that. And I can't 100% say them are bad games now, but I will say that they still stuck with the camera view somewhat in them even. But they did do the over the shoulder view, which had improved on the camera view, so it didn't affect the turns and the twists as much. And that's all they really did to fix that issue, is to change the character view so you could have the right camera view. And then at times you'd see that camera view kick in to show the character. This is not really about Resident Evil game, but it is the game that I'm talking about. Them and us used the same idea, the old style, which they did the over shoulder view, and that was again what uh, the idea came from actually remastered versions of Resident Evil 2 and 3, and they liked it, so they made a game similar to it. The problem with this game is not that um, to me, it's the price. It's not worth $19 even. Um, I mean, if you get on sale for, five, maybe $9, I don't know. That's really you'd have to really like the game because the story is shit. And that's heads up right away. The story is just not that good. As you play it, you get evident to see, especially after the demo and you're stuck with the game, you find that this is more of a go back and forth game. It takes forever to get the stuff and carry it around. Most of the time wasted in the that it runs about, I'd say, maybe 20 hours or less. If you're a really good player, probably way less. But if you take your time, 20 hours. The problem is the most of it's run and fetch stuff game that, and I know all games do that, but it's not. It's more or less a common sense thing that because I have, which Resident Evil's good for, is an inventory, especially the older versions, they had this inventory problem with the characters. What the inventory problem is the characters. I mean, they make the inventory very small, so you got to constantly go back to this box. This doesn't even have the box. It gets to the point where you can teleport to the box, which even is a kind of a far apart, far away than even the older design, which had the boxes everywhere. And the problem is to me, which really makes it only worth so much money, is because the end is just nonsense. And the ending is the poorest ending I've ever seen to a game. I mean, I'm not going to give the ending away, but I'm going to just tell you that the ending does not fit with the story. And my idea was a story. The mother had killed the father that's how it starts out. So that ain't giving the story away. Everybody knows that. That's in the beginning of the story. She killed the father and the daughter, and she was actually guilty. And you get this movie beginning review. You see it in the demo, so I'm not giving any of this away. I'm telling you this because cause, so you kind of get know played it. The demo in it has you ride this bus as a prisoner, and all hell breaks out loose, and it's like a movie animated cartoon version, anyways. And then after that, you're carried away into onto this island. And what I thought and believed, and what would have made a good story, since I'm not gonna go there, I write and I evaluate stories, and I've done a lot of it. Um, what it is the story is just all over the place, and it doesn't even follow the ending. What it is what I assumed was happening, and this was my best guess at the time, and what it made a good story. And I was really wanting to see the end, and because I thought that's what was going to happen. And when they surprised me, it wasn't a surprise; it was a disappointment. But the story, what I thought it was, let's just get to the point. Okay, the story, what I thought it was she was going through this kind of like her own personal hell, like a prison, and she was like a repentance type thing before what she'd done. And so she was trapped on this island, which was a form of a prison, and she had to get out of this island to be forgiven. And if she made it out and killed the demons and got all out, she could forgive herself for what she'd done. Didn't mean she'd be free, but at least she could forgive herself, and maybe get some form of repentance. I know that isn't aligned with what I believe in truth and God, but still, that's what I thought they were writing about. And I was 90% sure that's what they're trying to aim the story towards. But at the end, and what I thought was then she would get this surprise to find out the truth. She would see her father in a spiritual form in this prison. Her father, sorry, I mean her husband actually killing the daughter, and her killing him. And she just, lost her mind because she was holding a knife and all bloody, and they come in and thought she killed Bo, and she was too crazy to admit to what really happened. And then when she tried, they all thought she was lying, and there was no evidence to prove he did it at all. Then, so I thought this would be like a refreshing ending to the game and the story, in that she would still be in prison for killing the father, for killing the mother, which would have been still worth it and it would have been a good ending. But no, we got this ending. Oh, well, no, no, sorry, I'm not gonna tell you. But anyways, we got this ending they gave, and it's just really bad. So you heard my review of the game, and this is Gaming Rage with honest reviews that you're not going to get anywhere else, like on YouTube, or maybe even I would say Rumble, but I put this on both sites now. So thank you for watching my video. Enjoy your day.